Mbarara mu kkooti baganda baffe abakwatibwa ku lunaku olwokutaano baleeteddwa abasingako obungi kuba wano tubadde ne abasibe abasukka mu 50 naye nga bateekeddwa ku files ez'enjawulo bagguddwako emisango egyekuusa ku bya traffic emirala egigamba nti balemesa abapoliisi okukola emirimu gyabwe n'emisango emirala egy'okukuma omuliro mu bantu. Olunaku lwali tusobodde okubasabira okweyimirirwa naye kkooti tesobodde kubeera nga ekkiriza okubeera nti no ewa ensala yaayo ku files ezimu naye ku fayiro eno esembyeko eriko abantu 38 nga kwe kuli ne Masaba Faustin ne bagirls baffe abasinga obungi kkooti tewulidde kusaba kwa kweyimirirwa naye nga tujja kusaba nga 19 Novemba 2025.
Marushimana and Yasinze. Let me start with everyone. Marushimana. What they are switched language, do you understand?
What they are n'omushango gw'okuvuga ekiruka etiine insurance. Ebiro mushanju kwikumi na kumwe 2025 Rwizi oruguuto orukuruga Mbarara za Kampala okuruga Bushenyi kuzibanda roundabout okashangwa n'ovuga UFF 5 otiine insurance. Ebyakushumirwa wabihurira omushango bahandika ng'omushango gwa kashatu nabwe tuwagwitiriza.
Park instructions for Lake Bay. The lake is open to entertain our application for Bay. And the Lalagodias.
To the next available date.
Mutabazi w'omushango ebiri obuname bwetegereze batushemeregye okutandika n'omushango gw'okubanza ky'emyaka 27 omu kigo wa bodaboda n'omushango gw'okuvuga otiine driving license. Ebiro mushanju by'okwikumi na kumwe 2025 orukuruga Mbarara kuza Kampala okashangwa n'ovuga UMA 667 FR Bajaj erikutukura otiine driving license. Ebyakushomerwa wabihurira onama obukiriza omushango Remanded. Ebiro mushanju okwikumi na kumwe 2025 oruguuto orukuruga Mbarara kuza Kampala okashangwa n'ovuga UAF. Ebyakushumirwa wabihurira n'ebishuba nari n'amazima. I did not have remit. Ebiro mushanju
On November
by'okwikumi na kumwe
2025,
2025
along Mbarara Bushenyi Rwanda Road,
kuruga aruguuto orukuruga Mbarara n'orwa Bushenyi kuzibanda
in Mbarara City,
muri Mbarara City
between 9 in the morning,
shayi 3 z'akasheshe
6, between 9
ahagati ya shayi 3 z'akasheshe
and 6
zisya 12
the evening.
z'omwezi.
The accused person
Ekitabarizibwa
was riding motorcycle,
ukaba n'ovuga piki
registration
namba
UMA
UMA
667
nkaaga na mushanju
FR.
FR
He was riding it without wearing a crash helmet.
waliwo okuzikuna ukaba otiine peremit.
Nyankole.
Jango, Kasimu, myaka 32 wa Katete Central, Mbarara City, Mbarara, na ujuzi wa Zibanda, Zanzibar,
Amazima.
Alleged by the prosecution that on 7th of November 2025 at around 9 o'clock, at between 9 and 6 in the evening, 9 in the morning and 6 in the evening. Along Mbarara to Remanded Road. The accused person, Karemwa drove motor vehicle registration number UBM 255M a Toyota Hiace for hire when the said vehicle was not licensed to do so. He was arrested. The convicted of an offense under the Traffic and Road Safety Act, Cap 347, and the maximum penalty for this offense is a fine of not more than 100 currency points. That is 2 million shillings. This is a very rampant offense. And any rider, any driver who carries passengers in such a vehicle puts them at risk. Risk because the vehicle has not been verified by the ministry. I therefore pray for a deterrent sentence the fine of the maximum fine of 100 currency points. I so pray. Yes.
This honorable court considers the fact that the convict has pleaded guilty and not wasted court's time. Worship, he is a first-time offender. He is a young man, aged 39 years.
Imyaka 39
with a wife
n'omukyala
and 3 children,
n'abaana 3
all below the age of 10 years.
boona abaana bali hansi emyaka 10.
Worship in the circumstances,
Muri ebyo
39 of the Magistrates Court Act. Of the Magistrates Court Act, Your Worship, and caution the accused person, rather the convict,
abakuragure barugaruka kukola omusango ogwo
to enable the convict reform
obundi okayegarukamu
and be a more meaningful citizen to the society.
rero obone okukoorera society.
Allow me to submit on the legality of the sentence that state has proposed. Worship, but briefly I will refer you to the case of Susan Chipland 416 others versus Attorney General. And where such sentences were annulled or rendered illegal, the sentences, Your Worship, in this respect, that limit the jurisdiction, the discretion of the judicial officer in sentencing. And the Supreme Court had this to say, that mandatory sentences deny the accused the right to be heard on the question of sentence, which amounts to denial of a fair trial. And in addition to what my senior brother submitted, we pray that this court be pleased to sentence the convict to caution and not be curtailed by the reference of my land system to that provision which restricts the sentence to just to the maximum of 100 occurrence points. So we reiterate our prayer that we pray for a caution, since the court still retains its discretion in sentencing the convict.
wa bodaboda warwenchera birere mu district y'Isenja nani mushango ebiri okubanza n'okufuna driving license rero mushanjo ku 11/2025 oruguuto kuruga Mbarara kuzibanda ukashangwa n'ovuga UMA rukaga 19 DV Bajaj Boxer erikutukura utine driving license byakushemerwa gura utine helmet Mbarara kudakusheni na Guru option 14 pyramid. Mshango wa Buddha is true.
Maximum penalty of a fine of 40,000.
Section 35(1) does not provide for that offense.
Section
35 subsection 1 does not provide for that offense. Your Honor, the substance of my submission is that the convict being convicted on a wrong provision of the law. And I beg that this honorable court, to avoid committing an illegality, should not take any further step until the state can clarify or amend the charge sheet. That is, if the error does not go to the substance of the charge. In the alternative, Your Honor, contrary to the law, to submit.
the section
Yes.
to the root.
Yes, Your Honor, it depends on the. Okay, what I'm saying is that even if it doesn't go to the root, it is not proper for convict on a provision, on a wrong provision of the law.
What convicts based on that provision,
Yes, Your Honor.
the charge, the offense as it stands,
Yes,
does that have
yes.
to convict?
Your Honor, it does not, because as long as the offense is in the statute books.
This offense in our
Yes, Your Honor, and as an officer of court, I beg that the charge sheet be amended for purposes of the record.
Can we proceed to litigation?
Yes, Your Honor. The maximum offense is the first time offender. He's a man of humble means. He's a breadwinner of his family, with 4 children. He's remorseful. And he has not wasted the time of court. And being a young man, Your Honor, it means he's capable of reform. This, Your Honor, is a case which does not involve personal violence. So I beg for caution on this. As regards count 1.
Karundi Beira, Zawadi Nabkera, Imana Mutoni, Asimbire Rose, Choman Peace, Kaiwa Sal, Ndamie Desma, Mugasira Arnold, Jim Akorekwa Yambi, Yamkama Ben, Atire Rona, Karundi Shanita, Yamkama Pascal, Adeleza Zado Mbeta, Akangwalao Fred, Nimumanya Raube, Waheleza David, Alimpa Maria Goret, Musati Hassan, Ayine Enoch, Delisa Chibije, Tihendi Emmanuel, Mozite Maureen, Walikina Faustin, Nabkenya Aisha Omega, Seva Garagoton, Erel Joshua, Luamanya Richard, Anite Moses, Baleche Agaba.
For defense as before.
Rebecca.
Your Worship, the defense is represented by Ms. Shamim Remanded, Mr. Nicholas Chiburirani, Mr. Joshua Tumukunde, Mr. Wayne President, and Mr. Moda Ate.
Coming up for plea taking. I pray that churches are read to the accused persons.
For each of the accused persons.
Start with Nyamazi Kajoro. Which language do you understand?
Shungu, Mabura, Nanabuga,
Nyankore and then Michigo.
Masco, Agustin, Camperu, Brenda, Akanjura, Ingrid, Nabmanya Daphne, Imana Mutoni, Chomuhand Peace, Tayewa Sarah, Ndamiye Dismas, Ugasira Arnold, Choncho Sarah, Jean Akorekwa Muyambi, Byamkama Ben, Atfire Rona, Aisigamkama Pascal, Ahereza Zado Ndata, akandwa nao Fred, Nimumanya Rauben, Nuwahereza David, Alimpa Maria Goret, Musasiz Hassan, Aine Enoka, Gumiserize, Big Prince, Chembi Manuel, Nuwamanya Richard, Anito Moses, Abareche Agaba, Numpunano Mshango, Gukuremesa, DPC, Okore Mrumoye. Imwe abagambaho, abashoma amazina, ebiro mushanjo kwa 11/2025, ogutora ku rugamba kuzabwizibwera, anibanda, muri Mbarara district, Mukaremesa, Hennessy, Kabwigo, Gumiseriza DPC, wa Mbarara, okukora emirimo ye.
Masiko Augustine.
Masika Augustine.
Is it true?
Not true.
What name has appeared? Every Brenda Akamperu with Brenda. Is it true?
Namazima. Brenda.
Yes.
Is it true? Namazima.
Yes, sugar.
Mweno kumuryaho mwino bugabe kushaba kwemererwa
Included
okuburiza kwabwire
another date for the hearing.
umuhabo wa gavumenti nashabe kire kindi tankafura omushango gwanyu.
We have instructions from the accused persons to apply for bail as the offense with which they are charged bailable by this honorable court. And they have substantial sureties whom we pray that this honorable court allows us to proceed and present.
Your Honor, on top of that, Your Honor, on top of that, yes, on top of the foregoing, Your Honor, the position of the law is that the court can sit at any hour of any day, even on the weekend, even at 2 a.m., as long as it serves the interest of justice. Your Honor, I beg that you be patient and you entertain the bail applications.
Your Worship, in addition, I personally, on the judicial denied access to my clients since Friday. And actually, there was no way on how we can even get in touch with the relatives, the accused persons. And that's why most of them had no shoot with Your Honor. In hours, I pray for an unconditional release. All the accused persons, Your Worship. Just Your Worship, the remaining two that are ready for bail, I pray that you release them because their rights have been infringed on, and you can see them, Your Worship. There's no one with any surety here, Your Worship.
Your Worship, on what my land colleagues have submitted, other than is my name. Your Honor, as all my colleagues have already submitted that as lawyers of the accused person were denied access to see them at police. We have been informed that some of the accused persons we have before you were tortured at police. They haven't received any medical attention. Among the accused persons we have here, we have some of them who are candidates, they are contesting in these general elections. So, adjourning or failure to hear the bail application today would be an injustice to the candidates. Your Worship, we also have students among the accused persons. Even prisons, I know they are also wondering how they are going to receive them. As well, we know that the congestion in prison is really alarming. So we pray that this court entertains the bail application As for us, we are ready to proceed with presenting and hearing of the
A reply to the prayer. No? Your Worship, the accused persons have now taken plea. Therefore, the prayer for unconditional release is not tenable. The prayer of the prosecution is that the accused are remanded until the next available date that this court can give. Whatever date that is, the prosecution is ready to appear and listen to the bail applications of the accused. And the accused persons have been in the custody of police. They will be switched over upon remand, if at all, to prisons. And there is a process in there, Your Worship, considering their number. It may take a while. And this will jeopardize their security within the hands of these agencies, as they need to also be transported to the prison. Those who will be remanded need to be transported safely to the prison, where they will be kept safe until the next hearing date. Because of that time, these accused persons are remanded and given another day to make their bail application. I so pray, Your Worship.
Should this honorable court be inclined to grant the state's prayer, it should be noted that the state is a well-facilitated machinery, earning on taxpayers' money. Your Worship, these are the taxpayers. It should be noted that the state declined to do its duty at the expense of the rights of these individuals, Your Worship. And the state should be cautioned. Should they not appear on any other date adjourned for the bail application, Your Worship, this honorable court should be ready to hear the applications of these people whose rights have been violated. Otherwise, we reiterate our earlier prayer and pray that this honorable court has all the powers and it compels the state, which is well facilitated, to stay around and entertain the bail applications for these innocent Ugandans.
short prayer. Under section 194 1E, 194 1E of the MCA, Cap 19, the state, because the court grants an adjournment at the prayer of the state. Then the state should pay the the cost of the adjournment to each of the accused persons. Because that section, Your Honor, reads as follows. It reads as follows. A court payment of cost, Your Honor. So the court is inclined to agree with the state attorney that there should be an adjournment. Then we beg that court orders the state to pay an amount of 400,000 per accused person here, because a bail application is an interpretatory application within the meaning of section 194 1E of the NCA. If there's any request for an adjournment, the person applying for the adjournment should be compelled to pay the costs to the opposite party, especially now that the state has more reasonable basis for applying for the adjournment, because court has not said it has not done. I shall pay the
It was 7:02 p.m. The accused persons before this honorable court are 38. I've heard from the defense lawyers, whereas I note that the accused persons have a right to personal liberty. This right should be balanced with the prevailing circumstance in the instant case. Counsel Kunde has also informed court that and Counsel Modern that they have not yet gotten an opportunity to interface with their clients, that some of them have no sureties at this point. It is only proper and in the interest for the accused persons that a shorter adjournment is granted to enable them prepare and properly apply for bail. Adjournment is given to enable them properly apply for bail. This court also takes into account the safety concerns for all parties present in this court at this given time. Therefore, this court will grant a short adjournment to allow the accused persons to exercise their right to properly apply for bail. Counsel Gwenge's prayer for costs is denied. This adjournment has been instigated by court itself. So let's have a short adjournment.
Your Worship, tomorrow shall be ready. If this are
Your Worship, we also pray that you be guided to the prison where they are going to be taken, Your Worship. Monday or Tuesday?
Monday is Friday, Your Worship.
This Friday,
Your Worship, I think we get it Thursday, the 20th. No, Wednesday.
There are two persons whose status we don't know. We have the charges here. They have not been read the charges here. They've not been read the charges in the other courts. So we don't know what is the status quo.
But I thought the 38 we have handled the 30. Is it a different file? Otherwise, we have exhausted 38 here.
They are all there. Because I've made inquiries from the police officers, they say they don't know.
So you're confusing me. Is it this file for the 38 I've just handled? Then let us handle that shortly after finishing with this one. Wednesday?
Worship, but we have it at 9.
We can do 10. We can do 10 a.m. Let's start at 10. This is before CM1. Yes. Okay.
Shaha ina lakashesh.
Going to guide, but given that we have given them a short adjournment, probably women will go to women and then achieve her.
We are so strong.
Agambe Kyagulanyi Omukiga agambye tupopawo ekyatambulira ddala bulungi tetugenda kupowa paka nga tukiguzizza byonna tuyita mu kaseera kuseera Abanyangore bonna biikirize nibaza kuhagira Kyagulanyi ali olwo people power our power.
Olwaleero wano Mbarara mu kkooti baganda baffe abakwatibwa ku lunaku olwokutaano baleeteddwa abasingako obungi kuba wano tubadde ne abasibe abasukka mu 50 naye nga bateekeddwa ku files ez'enjawulo bagguddwako emisango egyekuusa ku bya traffic emirala egigamba nti balemesa abapoliisi okukola emirimu gyabwe n'emisango emirala egy'okukuma omuliro mu bantu. Olunaku lwali tusobodde okubasabira okweyimirirwa naye kkooti tesobodde kubeera nga ekkiriza okubeera nti no ewa ensala yaayo ku files ezimu naye ku file eno esembyeko eriko abantu 38 nga kwe kuli ne Masaba Faust ne bagirls baffe abasinga obungi kkooti tewulidde kusaba kwa kweyimirirwa naye nga tujja kusaba nga 19 Novemba 2025. So abantu bano basigadde wano Mbarara era nga bakyali bangi nnyo naye nga tugenda kulaba nga tugoberera okulaba nga tukoma nga 19 Novemba tubasabira okweyimirirwa. Then abalala kkooti ebawadde ennaku endala ez'okukomawo ku ensala yaazo nga ku lwokutaano luno erina beegenda kubeera nga ewa ensala yaabwe kwe tusabidde okweyimirirwa olwaleero babadde nga 12. Ate ku abo abazze olunaku olwaleero kuliko ate beetoozeza fayini bo ne bagenda bugenzi abawera ddala nga 16. So ensonga bwezito beziyimiridde naye nga bannaffe bangi bakyali mu bifo ebyenjawulo. Tutegeezedda nti waliwo abali e Lubaale, Entuŋŋamu, Bwisibwera, Sanga, so bwe bityo ebiyimiridde Kiruhura. So bwe tutyo we tuyimiridde tugenda kulwana okulaba nga twetooloola okulaba nga buli omu tumurepresentinga. Ate twategeezebwa nti waliwo n'abamu abazzeeyo e Kampala ng'Olivia Lutaya gwe batadde mu Kanyanya Court. Waliwo ne Tracy Maria tutegeezeddwa nti ali mu Bende. So n'olwekyo tukolagana wamu nga bannamateeka ng'abantu bonna abaagala eggwanga eddungi okulaba nga tulwanirira bannaffe bano. And for the 16 comrades, bail was had, but ruling was set for this Friday. However, for the 38 comrades, only plea was taken, and our court has fixed 19th November 2025 when we shall come back and apply for bail application. And for the 38, that is where most of the girls are, and our aspiring MP for Butiru, Masawa Faustin. We have got information that some of other comrades were driven to other places like this, Rubare, and Tungamu, Mubende, Kampala. So we are still here in Mbarara, stationed in Mbarara with the lawyers working together and other activists to see that we look out for all of them and represent all of them. We hope for the best.
Mazina niraka Council Chibulira Nicholas, Senior Legal Officer, Gumshitongole cha Legal Aid Project of the Uganda Law Society, Mbarara Office. Bagenzi banje aba ni ba lawyer kuruga umuri Mbarara bine law firms na nijant beyanjure turebe no mu twakora kuma mwita musasire arani from Katembe kwa company advocates
atfurire modern atfurire and turuke
abantu mwabareba abutantu representinga babatire imishango myinji ya traffic na obstruction bajangu bakazibira DPC kore mirimo yo mutawo no Mbarara abamwe twaba representinga mwabareba bona abandi babahereza ubwema abandi tubabahereza abandi babasharire bahereza twa punishment cyo twa fine temi twarena babarekura nko kubyatambura bityoya konka umushango bagonjezayo kugira ngo tubase kubashabira ubwema then turebe cyo kugenda mu misho so niko kubyatambura byerizo
Naidi yo muntu bakubazara jeza ho mwe n'amagezi gawe ngo amazima wacu then aba tagine kizoke konka mwenda gwe kugira ngo oyanguzo mwana muzo kufuna ubwema ni ugeze ho muyambe mwahora bakwici bakora